Hey, no one mentioned yogurt, bananas, strawberries, and blueberries. I can't understand why. Well, I guess that's why this segment is important. We're talking about heart health. And joining us is Dr. Mousse Shafiq. He is a cardiologist with UT Health Science Center here in San Antonio. And Lisa Cruz from the American Heart Association. It's good to see you both.
Thank you.
Now, does that surprise you that when people think breakfast here in San Antonio, it has nothing to do with any of this?
Well, certainly heart-healthy breakfasts are not even my favorite. You know, I love our we love our tacos here.
We sure
but
do.
There are ways of making them heart-healthy, and there are definitely healthier ways of making breakfast.
Well, Dr. Shafiq, let's talk about breakfast, because I know it's the most important meal of the day, but there's also a connection between breakfast and heart health. What is it?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, people always say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and now we actually have some evidence.
Okay.
The study that recently came out in our journal Circulation, it's a heart journal, where they took about 27,000 men and they followed them for about 16 years, and what they found is that those men who skipped breakfast had about a 27% higher chance of having a heart attack or death from coronary heart disease.
Wow. Yeah. Now, when we say skip breakfast, we mean skipping a heart-healthy breakfast, right?
We mean
or
actually
anything.
skipping breakfast in general.
It's that important to have something in your stomach.
Yeah, and you know, one of the reasons maybe, and it's all postulated, is that people that skip breakfast may have a tendency to, you know, make it up during lunch with the wrong things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is so important that you eat breakfast. It can even prevent heart disease in some way, shape, or form. Important stuff. Okay, so let's get some ideas from Lisa on what's a good heart-healthy breakfast.
So what the Heart Association tells people is that 85% of heart disease is preventable, and there are 7 lifestyle risk factors associated with heart disease, and one of them is, of course, good nutrition. So fruits and vegetables, making sure that you get all of the nutrients in your breakfast is important. So I'm going to make actually a really tasty strawberry mousse today.
Okay.
It's from one of our Power to End Stroke recipes. It's online. So you start with about a cup of strawberries, and you just throw those in the blender. Then you start with about half a cup of vanilla yogurt, and you want low-fat vanilla yogurt. So you throw that in the blender as well.
Yum.
Then you take about a half a cup of ricotta cheese.
Okay.
And so that adds a whole lot of protein as well as your yogurt. You can try Greek yogurt, which has a slightly higher amount of protein in it. You definitely want to get your protein as well as your carbs in your breakfast.
Okay.
Then you add about 2 tablespoons of a strawberry fruit spread. And so you want to shoot for an all-natural, low-sugar, no-sugar strawberry fruit spread. So you add that in there. And essentially you blend it up for about 30 seconds.
Okay. And this is going to be something that you can dip your fruit into.
Absolutely.
Eat it plain. And of course you want to pair this maybe with a cup of oatmeal, something like that, so you're getting all the different food groups in there.
Yeah, just as many nutrients as you can get.
As many as you can. And so what other things you can do is also just adding some fruit, pour it over. Now, obviously this is just the base, and this is just like a fruit smoothie if you drink fruit smoothies. So what we do is we pour it into a bowl.
Yum.
Okay, and
See,
then
this all looks great.
it's absolutely delicious. And then you take about 3/4 cup of the low-fat or fat-free Cool Whip whipped cream, and you pour that in there, and you just fold it in. And one of the things that I like to do with this recipe is make it the night before. Get it nice and cold in the refrigerator, and all you do is fold that in gently into the mixture. And once it's all folded in, it makes it thicker so that it actually becomes a mousse.
Look at the finished product over here. We've got it with a bunch of different fruits. You can dip, you can eat it plain, add in some grains, and you are good to go. It's a great heart-healthy recipe for you.
Absolutely.
Dr. Shafiq, let's talk about some of the signs of heart disease between men and women. How do we know that this is something that we're suffering from?
Well, you know, the typical symptoms that the textbook symptoms, if you will, are going to be chest pressure, chest pain, shortness of breath. But heart disease can manifest in many different ways. It's also well known that women a lot of times can present with atypical symptoms. So any chest discomfort or even arm discomfort, things of that nature, can be a signal of having some heart disease.
Okay.
Things to watch out for without any doubt.
We talked a lot about fruits and grains as being some great heart-healthy foods. What are some other things that we can add into our diet to kind of prevent heart disease?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, fruits, grains, vegetables, things of that nature are the way to go. I mean, what you want to do is you want to try to just avoid, you know, things high in fat, high in cholesterol, you know, saturated fats, processed foods. Just try to get try to get the raw nutrients if you can.
Yeah, fresh is the key, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Fresh is key.
Great ideas online. The American Heart Association has so much information for you on being heart healthy. So check their website out. It's right there on the screen, heart.org/San Antonio. And there's a phone number for you as well. It's 210-617-2600, 617-2600. Leslie?